Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video and a brand new episode of my MotoGP 18 career mode. And today we are here for rounds number 7 and 8. And if you guys did miss the last episode, which was a really decent episode, including something very special, then do check that one out in the card annotation in the top right hand corner of your screen. And that way you get up to date on the series so far. But anyway guys, we are here for another 2 races, and today we are racing around Catalunya and Assen. Catalunya, decent track. Assen, my all-time favourite MotoGP track, so I'm looking forward to it. We're in that part of the season where now all the good tracks really come into fruition, and I quite enjoy it. But for this episode, we also have a triple upgrade, guys. So we have both of the suspension upgrades applied, and we also have an extra one on the frame for the lean. So I'm looking forward to it. The bike's going to be substantially improved, along with some great tracks, and hopefully, this is a small spoiler, we can try and make this 2 wins for this season, because obviously we got 1 on the last episode. But anyway, let's get into the first race of Catalunya and let's jump into qualifying. Right then, it's qualifying time at Catalunya. Hopefully we can have a good race and overall race weekend here in the Catalan Grand Prix. After practice, I feel confident I was fastest in the session, and that gives me good confidence going into qualifying, especially because there is no rain expected. Let's get it. Okay, end of our first lap and end of our first attempt here at Catalunya. I'm in amongst a massive pack of bikes, but we go P1 straight away. A 45.7 by 0.2 of a second. I think I can improve that though. Let's try and go faster. Through the final corner, just getting past the traffic here. On the power, not precisely really early, but you'll have to do. I'm still improving here, and we do improve a little bit by 1/10 of a second. I can still shave more time off that lap though. I reckon a low 45 is possible. Pitlane has actually gone fastest of everybody, so we're going to try and see if we can actually beat him. The final corner, let's throw it in there. On the power nice, and I'm going to get a lovely slipstream as well from Nagashima all the way down the straight across the line, and it's a 45.0. Hammer down, big lap there. Try and beat that.
That brings an end to the qualifying session for deciding pole. The results that you are looking at now don't just show us the grid positions, they also give us an idea of what the riders will be capable of in tomorrow's race. We're moving now to the Moto2 class grid, where engineers and technicians are ironing out the last few details before the race starts.
It's time. Can we convert this pole position into a possible race win? We do need another win really to try and get Baldassarri. Especially, we don't really want him to get anywhere in the top 3, have a bit of a dodgy race, and that way that'll really open up the championship a bit more. But for the race, this one we're going to have to definitely crack open the hard front tyre as per usual, and I'm going to run a medium rear because I feel like this one's going to be pretty heavy on the old tyre wear, Spain, so we've got to be careful and try our best. But anyway, looking forward to it. I think it's going to be 8 laps of intense racing, heavy tyre wear, and hopefully a possible race win at the end. Let's get it. It's time for the Catalan Grand Prix. Right, let's get the assists turned off and let's get ready for the 5 red lights. And we are underway at the Circuit de Catalunya. And it's not too bad of a start. I've had worse, but definitely not a phenomenal one. If we can just hold P4 down to turn 1, Passini, my teammate, off to a great start. Baldassarri, though, looking like he's going to hold the lead. If not, Bagnai's going to give him a run for his money. It looks like I've got a little bit wide to turn 1. Getting the switch back through 2, though. Alex Marquez in front. We're going to get on the inside of him through 3. Hold it low. And good news for us, Bagnai has taken the lead, which is really, really good. If we can now try and have a good lap 1 here and get up to Baldassarri, then we'll be looking good. Passini also good one for the team. Having him in P3 is good to know. I've got an extra bike in the fight. So right now we're looking very good. Let's see how the rest of this lap 1 unfolds. But I've got confidence in my pace. I think I can do some damage if I need to, as Oliveira pops up out of nowhere and picks me off quite surprisingly on the inside there. I'm just going to get right back on the inside of him into this next left-hander on the brake slate. A little bit of power. There we go. Nicely done. I'm hoping Passini can get past Baldassarri. That's my hope. Sector 1 is definitely my strongest sector. Sector 2 is pretty good as well. Even 3. I think 4 is the one where the AI might have some time on me. But 1, 2, 3 is definitely, I think, under control on my end. Especially Sector 1, which we've now already completed. We're well into Sector 2 now. But right now, we're looking good. Everyone's relatively close together. I need to start making the moves though before the tyres start to fade away and try and get myself back into that top 3. I wonder if we can get past Passini here into the hairpin possibly. My teammate getting the power on through turn 9 onto the back straight. We are a little bit further back than what I expected, but we're definitely starting to find the pace now and get our rhythm going here in this race. Late on the brakes into the hairpin. First gear, a little bit of getting out the throttle there to make sure the bike doesn't pick up too much. We tapped the back of Passini quite badly there. Quite aggressive, completely misjudged it. Got way too much momentum through the corner there. That could have been a nasty crash early on, but luckily we come away unscathed. Let's see if we can pass Passini though onto the main straight possibly. Well, we just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Passini's on my outside here to turn 1. It's a lovely leg braking manoeuvre through here. I know the AI aren't great. We're going to get a lovely bit of momentum on my teammate. I'm going to try and swing back underneath him possibly. Keeping it very nice and tight. Third gear action. Squirming the rear tyre, really burning it up real nice. Going to tuck in briefly and go back up the inside of Passini into turn 4. He's going to just barge me back out wide though. Power on again, maybe into turn 5. We've had a great exit. I'm going to get on the brakes, inside line, barge him out wide, give him a bit of the old elbow treatment, you know, push him out, let him know that I'm there, and we're into 3rd place. Let's try and catch Baldassarri. Tyre wear so far is pretty good. I'm trying my hardest to really not lean on that front brake as much as I normally do, as I want to try and keep my tyres in a bit longer and give myself a bit of a better chance in the long run. Right then, on to lap number 5, and we're really starting to stretch these guys now. We're catching up to Baldassarri slowly but surely, and we're dropping Passini. I want to be right on the back of these two by the end of this lap, hopefully. Okay then, with 2 laps to go, I've got myself right onto the back of these two. Baldassarri doesn't look like he's going to make the move on Bagnai anytime soon, so this is good news. If I can win the race, I'll gain a nice chunk of points back on Baldassarri. Fast lap of the Grand Prix. That was a brilliant lap from me that last time round, so we're definitely picking up the pace. I've still got a little bit of my front tyre left, which is quite surprising. I'm very, very surprised by that in a good way, so we can definitely use that to try and push and really try and get past one of these guys on this lap. Into the final corner, we're very close now to Baldassarri and Bagnai going to the last lap. Not a great exit out of there, just a little bit too much wheel speed on the rear tyre, but it doesn't really matter that much. We're now knocking on the door. The problem is I've run out of my front tyre now, pretty much going to the last lap of the Grand Prix, so I've got to be careful and be calculated. I know out of this corner now, turn 1, if I get it right, I can definitely get the run on Baldassarri already here. Carrying the speed through, getting very close. Let's see when this move happens. Okay, I'm very good into this right-hander. Late on the brakes, I'm very hot, but we're going to get it down nicely. Power on. Nice and close. I don't even care if I don't win the race, I just want to pass Baldassarri. That's the main one. That's the target. Good exit out of there. Right, here we go, up into turn 9. Have we got anything for him? Nose back in. 3rd gear, power down. We're not really close enough for a dive into the hairpin. Late on the brakes, being careful, make sure we pick up the apex, keep it nice and tidy. On the power, nice and clean. Through the chicane, there's our chance to strike. The gap opened. Unlike with Passini, we managed to strike like a cobra, and we've made it work. And we're in P2 now. Let's try and make sure he doesn't re-overtake us here. Very nice and tidy through the penultimate corner. Now into the final bend, a little bit hard on the brakes. We've hit the deck, not ideal. Not right now, that is going to cost us heavy points. Heavy points. We've dropped down to P6. We bottled it right when it mattered. Annoying is not the word. That is really, really annoying. How did we just push that final corner just a little bit too much? No front tyre left, and unfortunately it gave way, and we've that's a big one for the championship. We've really let that one slip.
While the riders complete a victory lap, let's check out the final ranking of the Moto2 race.
Yep, there we have it then. At least Bag 9 managed to win, so Baldassarre doesn't pick up maximum points, but that should have been a second place for us, and we should have got some points back in the Riders' Championship, which you can see now, we've gone straight down to P4 from P2, so that's a really, really painful one. That one really hurt. It means you've got to come back stronger in the next one in Assen, so let's get into it, and let's see if we can have a better race around that TT circuit of Assen. Right, time for qualifying here at Assen. Let's see how it goes. Practice was in the wet, so I don't really have any reference point in terms of what our pace is. So it's going to be an interesting one. Hopefully though we can have a good session and try and come out on top and bag another pole position. Let's do it. It's time for qualifying. Alright, end of lap 1. 1.5 up apparently. Just got to tackle the final chicane and then we'll see where the lap actually puts us. Up to the line and we go P1 by just under half a tenth of a second. So good opener. Let's try and build it now. Bit of a scruffy ending to the lap. On for a personal best, but I'm sort of just not that tidy around here. Let's see if we do improve, and we don't. So let's see what happens here. Guys are really improving the pace and really making some good lap times. Okay, it's been a good lap. Let's get the chicane perfect if we can. On the brakes, nice and late. A little bit slow getting the bike turned over, which is not ideal. When a horrible exit out of the chicane and we throw it away. That is a real shame. We was on for a really good lap there. Oh, whoo. Wow. Oh, now that was decent. That was very nicely done. That could be the one. Oh, it's just a fraction off. It's P2 though.
Brings an end to this qualifying session. And after a thrilling contest where the riders gave their all right up until the end, we can finally find out the name of the rider who will start from pole position tomorrow. Long weekend for the Moto2 riders, but finally the showdown is here. We are coming to you from the starting grid. There's just a few minutes to go before the race begins.
Here we go then, race time at Assen, P2 on the grid. Let's see how it works out. First of all though, let's get the hard front tyre on. And I'm going to run the soft for this one. I'm going to see if it works for me. But anyway, no real need to talk about much here. We're starting from P2. If we get a good start, we can maybe make an aggressive move into turn 1. I feel like if we get the lead, we can hold on to it. But we don't have as much pace here as we have in the past tracks. But overall, it's a dry race, overcast conditions. Let's get into it. Right, getting the assist, turn it off. Get ready for the 5 red lights, and we are underway, and it's a pretty good start off the line from us. I get that second wheelie phase. I need to really see what that is, but good start from us on the inside, which is critical. Getting past Passini, which is brilliant. Marquez getting overtaken by Baldassarre, which is not ideal. That's the last person we want in the lead of the race here, so straight away keeping it nice and low. Different lines through here. I tend to go much lower than the AI do. Back in for the next left-hander through the hairpin. Passini looking for my outside, but No way through there just yet. Baldassarri, unfortunately, him getting the lead, that's really annoying. We need to get past Marquez as soon as possible and try to not let Baldassarri get away. Okay, here we go. We've got to run on Marquez, flat out through the kinks. We might get a chance to get on the inside of the Spaniard here if we can put it down for the apex. Not quite. He just gets some great traction out of there, which is really phenomenal. Into the chicane for the first time. Late on the brakes. Let's see what the AI like through here to get a reference point to see exactly what their speed is like. They're actually bloody quick. So we know the chicane is going to be out of the question. So we need to try and pass these guys elsewhere. Baldassarri's already pulling away here and setting a relentless pace up front. This is far from ideal for us right now. Oh no, this is not good. We're losing pace, guys. Chevy Verge just got past me there. Far from ideal. We're going to go for the outside. It's more elbows against elbows than shoulders against shoulders, but we get on the inside and we hold on to the position, but we haven't got Marquez or Baldassarri's pace, unfortunately. Last couple laps, just picked up the pace a bit, and I've actually started to go a little bit faster than these two, but they're just too far ahead. I can't gain enough in a lap to really catch them up, unfortunately, from now to the end of the Grand Prix. 2 laps to go now. I'm running out of front tyre. I'm trying my hardest, but I just can't catch up, unfortunately. On to the last lap of the Grand Prix, and we're just going to bring this one home really on the podium, I think. That's the best we can do, I'm afraid. Here we go then through the final couple of corners on the last lap. I'm really frustrated how I was second, but Marquez was first, and somehow Baldassarri is going to win it from third. Annoying, it really is. This guy is bulletproof, but you know, it is what it is. We're just going to focus on bringing this one home. I've run out of tyres again, so there we go. We come through third place at Assen, not too shabby. Oh, frustrating, it really is. I just cannot get this guy, and unfortunately the mistake we made in the last race is going to be costly. You know, that was big points we threw away there, and I'm going to regret those points that we lost in Catalunya. Hopefully, though, we have more races and maybe somewhere Baldassarri isn't as good, maybe. By the way, let's look at the final race results.
While the riders complete a victory lap, let's check out the final ranking of the Moto2 race.
And there we have it then. Baldassarri wins. Fastest up of the Grand Prix as well, so he deserved it. No one could really touch him. I was second fastest behind Marquez, but just the pace, a massive pace difference. The front three as well in a league of our own as well. But overall, congrats to him, and in terms of the Riders' Championship, we go back into third place, overtaking Bagnaia, who I believe finished 27th or something like that because he fell off. So we're comfortably third. 6 points behind Marquez, 45 now behind Baldassarri. We are really slipping back, and we need to get a double victory. You know, tracks like Silverstone in Austria, where we had a really good run last year in Moto3. I'm hoping we can have the same again this season. But anyway, guys, we're now going to move into the bike development. Right, we have 13,000 points to spend. Now the question is where we're going to go with these. Probably into aerodynamics. Brakes will probably be the next round of upgrades we do. Now we've got penetration, which helps increase top speed, which we do kind of need, to be honest, or downforce. In this case, I'm going to go for the penetration because we do need a bit of front end edge. We're sort of lacking that in the minute, so that's going to be the upgrade for the next episode. And then we have 5,400 points to build upon in the next one because we can't afford anything with the current amount of points, I believe. So yeah, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this episode of the MotoGP 18 career mode, and if you have, then please do leave a like on the video. Let's try and smash 150 likes, guys. And also, if you're new on here, please do get subscribed for daily MotoGP and Formula 1 content, and also turn notifications to not miss any uploads from me. And finally, check out these 2 videos on screen if you have missed them. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye.